Alright, and what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video here. So it is that time of the week again where we have the My Hero Academia newest chapter leaks. Today we'll be covering the leaks for chapter 286, the spoiler summaries, and of course, as usual, the sources for the leaks will be on my Instagram at Bakuno Hero Academia Daily. If you guys do want to go check that out and give it a follow, I'd appreciate it. And also over on my Instagram, you guys can see all the raw scans of the panels for this chapter. So without further ado, let's get right into this chapter breakdown. So real quickly before we get into the breakdown, I just want to say that it is now confirmed that Season 5 will be airing in spring 2020, and I just wanted to make that known by everyone. But without further ado, let's get into talking some leaks. So, the spoiler summary starts with the title of Chapter 286, which is One Among Us. The chapter opens with Deku looking at Bakugo in shock as Bakugo says to win alone without friends and begins to fall to the ground. Now, I don't know, I remember I said in the last video, I don't think they're gonna kill off Bakugo, but now we're seeing some blood spewing out of Bakugo here. He's looking like he's knocking on heaven's door. Shigaraki then gurgles loud and thrashes around, with his body still extremely all charred up from Endeavor's last attack. Which, by the way, that attack was insane. I'm kind of with Endeavor on this. Like, dude, why won't you die? Like, stop living. You shouldn't live from that, but supervillain. Scary supervillain. Shigaraki's just insanely overpowered right now. We then see Bakugo falling from the sky more, but Todoroki does catch him, which, good news, but still doesn't mean Bakugo's out of the woods yet. As we know, the League of Villains are still coming to the fight. Shigaraki then says there was useless blood lost in today's battle, and Deku looks alarmed as Shigaraki gears up with all for one again. As Shigaraki says, this was the biggest waste of time. There's a sudden inner dialogue that says, if someone wields power in anger without control, that power will respond in a vicious way. Now let's go over what we just, heard there. Shigaraki seems like he's kind of bored of the battle at this point. He just wants one for all, then he wants to dip. He doesn't want to be fighting all of these heroes. He got to admire Aizawa and be like, bro, you're fucking cool. And then he just wanted to dip and get the power. And this is just holding up Shigaraki's time for him. In his head, he's got better things to do. This appears to be foreshadowing because we then see Deku, who has really lost control, gearing up to deal another blow to Shigaraki. Which Deku just looks like a savage animal in this. Like, Deku has lost everything. He has gone overboard. Deku is pissed right now. He bites Shigaraki's all for one tendril and shatters it, saying aloud, cancel it, but it is unclear as to what he is referring to. It is likely that Deku is referring to Shigaraki potentially have taken away Bakugo's quirk, which would be another interesting road, which has been foreshadowed at also that Bakugo would either lose his quirk or die, both for Deku. And I think this would be some good character development if we do see Bakugo without a quirk. It will be kind of going full circle here, with Bakugo starting out with a quirk and Deku not having one, and then going around. I don't think Bakugo will permanently lose his quirk. I definitely think he'll get it back, if he doesn't die, of course. There's a cutscene to the students in town, and a news broadcaster is above Gigantomachia, screaming to evacuate the area, urging everyone to run immediately. Which, yes, for those still wondering, I know I've seen some people saying, bro, where's Gigantomachia? He's still on his way. He is still rampaging. I don't know why the thing that Momo gave him isn't working yet. This guy's still awake and destroying cities. Maybe Momo's the traitor? Question mark? I don't know, just a little theory to put out there. I know some people I think it's most likely to be Momo at this point, or Toru, because she can go invisible, and there's some panels where she hasn't been seen, not even like her gloves or her shoes, So maybe she did just sneak off to the villains. We then see Uraka reflecting on how uneasy she felt about this entire situation because of the many run-ins her class had had with Shigaraki and the League of Villains. And she kind of always had a feeling that it would lead to something like this, and she really has everyone on her mind right now. But I think she should be more worried for Deku losing his humanity, because holy shit, Deku in this chapter, man, he's scary, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. Suddenly, the scene goes back to show Todoroki screaming in horror as Shigaraki digs his hand into Deku's face while Todoroki yells Midoriya in absolute horror as he holds Bakugo to prevent him from falling. Which, holy shit, Horikoshi. You're hurting us too much, man. Come on. Chill out, man. Just a little bit. Deku is in extreme shock as he faces Shigaraki, who seemingly says, "I touched you. I'll get it." Oh my god. So it looks like Shigaraki might be taken one for all. Looks like Deku and Bakugo will be quirkless again. I honestly don't know what's gonna happen now. Everything is everywhere, and I am loving this. We then see Deku in the Vestige area for One for All. He appears to be alone and wonders if he's dead. He then realizes that that's not what's happening here. Deku sees All for One holding Shigaraki in a chair as they appear out of the shadows. Shigaraki says don't come out as All for One rambles about his need to help Shigaraki after Shigaraki's quirk manifested, and that he has to deal with life and death. What I'm thinking we're seeing is sort of a flashback of how Shigaraki was brought over to One for All, and just One for All is very convincing words of evilness to, bring Shigaraki to the dark side. We have cookies. It looks almost like All for One is choking out Shigaraki, but this is uncertain at the moment. Shigaraki says, "You want me to stop talking, but it's my will, it's my dream," as he attempts to convince himself that he is still in control of his own body, not All for One. Deku looks on in abject horror. Deku suddenly falls onto the ground, and Nana Shimura grabs him by the hair. Nana is back. Holy shit, I saw these panels earlier before recording this, but just knowing how now it plays out is just absolutely crazy. She then says, "You can't move in this world yet. We'll do something about that," and the chapter ends with it saying Predecessor Rising. Now that is the spoiler summary for Chapter 286. Again, if you guys do want to see the actual panels, they will be on my Instagram, which will be linked down below at Boku no Hero Academia Daily. I'm also doing a giveaway of Heroes Rising on there. If you guys do want a chance to win the digital copy for Heroes Rising movie, all you have to do is go on my other video on the channel, the giveaway, and comment your Instagram on that video, and you'll be entered for the giveaway. Now, all in all, I thought this was a really good chapter. Deku looks like he's completely lost it all, but I don't think Deku's too far gone. I think Bakugo's quirk, if Bakugo doesn't die, his quirk is definitely gone. I'm not sure if Shigaraki will get One for All by the end of this. He might. I do believe Shigaraki will win this whole entire arc, and then we're gonna have a time skip, and we're gonna go into the war arc. And what I think how Deku will become the number one hero is it would have been him bringing the world out of the dark times. Deku really put the light in the world. The world got into the darkest period ever where the villains won and took over Japan, and Deku will be the one to bring us back to the light and become a symbol of peace. He'll bring peace to Japan again. That's what I feel will happen for the entirety of My Hero Academia, and I do think the villains will win this. I'm just uncertain as to whether they will get One for All or not. But that is it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, please give it a thumbs up down below. If you didn't like the video, remember to dislike the video, but feel free to let me know what you guys didn't like down below in the comments so I can improve for the next spoiler summary. As usual, the panels and everything will be down in the description below, and the sources, everything will be retweeted on my Twitter at Boku no Hero Academia daily again. So if you guys do want to verify this information, you are more than happy to. And as usual, I will see you weebs in the next video. Peace out.